Hey there, my name is Clarence Barnes. That's my Mini Cooper. I love that car enough to spend most of my time in traffic school. That's a story for another time. I'm at my friend Dave's house. He's got a garage, as you can see. It's not too bad, but he wants an upgrade. He wants to make some changes. They won't cost him a lot of money, of course, but it'll make it a functional place to work on his car and kind of show his friends what he's got. Well, during that process, you have to make some changes. Bamboo? It's gotta go. You know, the good thing is, it's not going to take a lot of time or cost a lot of money to make this a real special garage for Dave. You know, I've been working on garages since I was a kid. My dad had a moving company on Martha's Vineyard. I was in charge of the shop. I learned how to work on trucks and cars. But one thing I really mastered was making a nice, functional space with a small budget. So I'm going to go shopping for Dave and see what we can find. You know, one of the cool things about living in LA? There's always a builder's supply store somewhere close by, and this is one of my favorites. This is kind of like going to Disneyland for me. Finding the right thing sometimes takes a few minutes, but the deals, there's tons of them. I just don't need a sliding glass window. I have no idea how this is going to fit in my Mini Cooper, but it is a great deal. It's on sale too. $135 today. It's $100 out the door. Great thing about this, Wilson art Formica. All right, it's a laminate. It's not that expensive, but it's going to fit our needs. It's 10 feet long, go right underneath the storage boxes in the back of the garage. And of course, you can cut right down here. We can drop in a sink, a work sink. Durable surface, cheap. It's going to look good too. Okay, this is where I really start sweating. Do I go cheap or super cheap or blindingly cheap? Blindingly cheap right here. All right, you're just like me, I'm thinking that's not the right way to go. Dave has some things he wants to store in his garage, but as you can see, they're all over the place. So what I was thinking of doing is doing some raised storage, simply getting some plywood, and it would have to be something hard, like an oak or a birch. It's like 50 bucks, 44 bucks right here for birch. We could use 2 of these, and my thought was to take these eye bolts with washers, put them right through like that with the washer underneath, run chains that would go right through the I-beams that run the length of the house on top of the garage. Bolt them right up there. These would sit over his car and allow him to store things like tires, medium to heavy things above his car, and utilize that space right above the Genie garage opener. One of the things that always gets screwed up in your shop is the bottom parts of your cabinets, from washing, from kicking. We're going to take these diamond plate kick plates right along the cabinet surface in his shop. We'll run them just like that. These are Haven sinks. I call them heaven because they take a second to put in. Basically, you just cut around the outside here. You can flip this upside down, take off that utility, trace it out, cut it. This will drop in right underneath that lip. It'll look like it grew there. It's only 80 bucks too. Every shop should look like a Formula One garage. Check this out, epoxy shield. It's a 2-part solution for every garage. Dave's garage has a porous surface. It's not sealed. So what we have to do is etch it and then seal it with this. That'll lock out all the grime, the dirt, the dust. It'll also look really cool too. This is so cheap, and it's only going to take an hour to cure. I'm ready. So I just got back and I'm looking through the designs we put together this morning for Dave's garage. And the great thing is we're way under budget. And I'm really excited about this because now I can put together a special surprise for tomorrow. And you see, it goes back to when Dave and I were kids. We'd work in my father's shop, building motors and putting together hot rods to race in New England Dragway. And every weekend we'd tow the cars up there. Sometimes we'd bring back trophies, sometimes we'd bring back buckets of bolts. But either way, it was that experience that developed such passion for motorsports and allowed me to meet great people in some huge teams, which sent me to opportunities with Carcraft Magazine, Hot Rod Magazine, competing in the Engine Master Challenge, even racing in the Forza Motorsports Challenge on Speed at Road Atlanta, where I came in second for $100,000. It was an unbelievable experience and a memory of a lifetime. My motor blowing up and all the parts coming up on TV over and over and over again on Speed. But that experience built relationships with motorsports teams around the globe. Formula One teams, Winston Cup teams, Porsche teams, and I've been able to see all these different garages and how they're laid out, state-of-the-art facilities, and take that knowledge back and bring it to my friends and help them change their garage to make them more efficient, to make them cooler, and just be an unbelievable place to work out of. That's what I'm going to bring tomorrow. Now, here's the surprise. Dave is an unbelievable fan of Formula One, specifically the Red Bull Formula One team. I was able to make a few calls and I got one of their team stickers, the big decal that goes on the side of their rig. So they're going to overnight that to us for tomorrow. It should be here by 2 o'clock. We're going to have it right over the workstation. I've also got 2 19-inch computer monitors we're going to we're going to put right under the shelving, side by side. So he'll be able to link onto the internet and watch BBC Formula One coverage as it happens, live from his shop. His shop will be a Red Bull Formula One garage. Logos, color schemes, everything. He's going to love it. That's part of the excitement of doing this. Can't wait for you to see it.